one nose print on the glass at 4:30 yesterday afternoon. So it's interesting to watch the common behavior of everything coming in at the last minute. But that's okay. That's great, and we feel very good about what we saw come in the door, and I'm gonna actually let Jane talk about that just briefly as she introduces herself. The other big thing that's happened since we met is that the office, I think we would consider it fully staffed up now. Is Jane Leonard came on board last week, and as did we have a half-time program support person, who will join us at lunchtime, so we'll introduce her when she comes over for lunch. But I asked Jane just to maybe introduce herself a little bit here this morning, and so you all get an opportunity to hear from her and to welcome her aboard. We're very lucky to have her join our team. She brings some wonderful strengths and history and depth in her passion for Minnesota, and her working on rural issues throughout the state for many, many years, and some of that being with broadband and telecom planning for communities. And so just Jane, you want to say a few words?
Thanks a lot, Anna. And the admiration is mutual. It's really great to work in an office where you've got Diane Wells and Dan McKenzie. I feel as if there's an incredible balance of people who know the regulatory arena, the legal arena, the county on the ground arena, and then there's me who knows a lot about, or a little about a lot of things, including rural development, telecommunications development, and community use of telecommunications. Some of you might remember me from the Office of Technology way back when, helping to start that with John Venue, and before that I worked at the Minnesota Department of Administration helping to get internet to every county, the 56 kilobit line in partnership with MRNet and other partners. That's how I got to know Ann and Deanna, everybody. We were reminiscing about the Rural Gratification Project a couple days ago. So I feel like I've sort of come back home, and it's been a couple of years since I've worked specifically in this arena, but I've been tracking it the whole way, and I'm really happy to be here. My most recent jobs were with foundations, actually, in grants management and strategy creation with the Bush Foundation, and most recently with the Bremer Foundation. So I am very up to speed on grants management. And that's kind of the third area that I bring to the team. So really happy to be here. I can tell you that we got 40 grants in the door yesterday.
Wow.
And they're pretty scattered around the state. And we have been going through them to just get some basic information so that on Friday we can issue the list for the challenge. And then we're going to be digging into them in much greater detail, obviously, over the next couple of weeks. So we're happy to have that in the door. And as Dana said, yes, people were handing them in yesterday, probably between 3 and 4 most of all, but it's great to see it. So it's begun.